First things first, got a little repair work to do. We got our valve cover off. We got a new valve cover gasket on there, just letting it tack up, and then we're gonna put this thing back on, get the picker serviced, and make tracks for the field. Try and get back on this big cotton crop. So see y'all back out here in the field here in a couple hours.
So we are back out here in cotton today, and I just have to show this field because this is absolutely beautiful. Look at this. I mean, wow. Now it may not yield great, but you know what? It sure looks fantastic. Look at this. Oh, it's so fluffy. This is fantastic. Oh, just. Now you can see that it rained. We've got some seeds that are starting to sprout a little bit, but that's okay. Oh, beautiful. I'm gonna get some good photographs today. I mean, looks can be deceiving, but this looks fantastic. Picking real clean too. Well, that was before the rain, so, but look at this.
All right, we finally getting started here. It's about 1 o'clock. You know, we had to get everything hooked back up to cotton, had the head had the valve cover gasket to fix this morning. Plus, we had to get a grain bin cleaned out. We got our smaller bin that we had that one load of corn in because it tested positive for aflatoxin. Then the insurance tested it, and it did test positive for aflatoxin then. So, with the situation that we're facing at the granaries this year, you know, the Mississippi River is running real low, having a hard time getting barges. What barges you can get, you're not able to load them all the way up. These granaries running out of room and are actually closing down in some cases, not allowing any grain to be delivered. So I've got 2 bins that I'm not using, including that smaller one. So I offered to rent them up to some local farmers and had one take me up on my offer on the small bin. So we had to get that corn transferred out into the into the other bin that we had corn in. And plus we had to get everything moved over to this farm. So get a little bit of late start, but definitely better late than never. I was hoping some of these greener spots like this would have really improved their opening over the last couple of days since we stopped picking and went to cutting beans, but I guess some of these green areas, especially in the shade, like right here, you know, there's still quite a few bowls that are not open. If they have it open by now, they're just plain not going to. So it's time to blow and go. Time to get all this cotton that's ready out here. Time to put it in a module and send it off to the gin. Because our yields are not going to improve any whatsoever by waiting any longer. Regardless of whether we got all the bowls open or not, man, we got some tremendous cotton right here. 1,500 pounds according to the monitor. Now, of course, I don't know if the monitor's accurate. We did calibrate it, but the one thing that I don't know is I don't know what the turnout on this cotton is. And with yields like we got here, just a 1% difference in turnout can make a big difference in yield. You know, either lower or higher. So the kind of yields that we got, just a 1% difference in turnout can make about a 40 pound per acre difference. So, I got it figured at 39%. If my turnout is actually 38%, my yield goes from 1,500 pounds an acre down to 1,460 pounds per acre. And vice versa, if my turnout winds up being like 40%, then my yield will go up to 1,540 pounds per acre. So, in case you didn't know, the turnout is the percent of the actual cotton that we harvest that it's actually lint. you know, everything that we're harvesting, it's made up of 3 components. It's made up of the fiber, which we keep and sell. It's made up of the seed, which the gin keeps and sells to cover the ginning costs. And then you got the trash in the cotton, which is removed during the ginning process and is of no use to anybody. But typically the turnout on cotton ranges from anywhere from like 33% to 42%, and all that means is that basically 33 to 42% of what we're harvesting is actually fiber weight. 1,800 pounds an acre, holy crap! Woo! Man, I knew this was going to be good, but I didn't think it was going to be that good. 1,900? Man. Oh, me. Well, if I planted every acre I got into cotton this year, I might just been able to retire. That would have made y'all happy, though, because I wouldn't have a chance to make any more farming YouTube videos. But anyway, we got about 25 more acres to do on this farm. Unfortunately, a good part of it is about 1.5 miles down the road and through a long stretch of woods, and all of that cotton has to be hauled back up here because there's no way for module trucks to get back there. So it's definitely going to take us the rest of the day and into the night to get this farm done. This is going to be one of the most difficult farms we got to harvest, just for the simple fact of how far we have to haul that cotton back to the module builder. And the way it's yielding, this picker's going to be doing a lot of sitting and waiting for the bolt buggy to get it unloaded and get back to where I'm picking at.
Welcome to my crazy. Had to get that done and ready. Then Matt has picked, I don't know why he's picked, anyways. Now I finally got the other builder moved, asked him to do this. I have bush hogged because Carter had to take Nate back. Because we found, well, I didn't, but Nate found a puppy in the middle of our field, and Matt was about to run it over. So that puppy is now in our pen, and Nate is friends with vet techs, so they're gonna come get it and hopefully nurse it back to life. It is skin and bones, so people don't care. They don't care out here at all. There's no houses around. So, and it was found right over there. So it is now 2 o'clock. I still haven't eaten lunch, and I've literally been running around since 8 o'clock this morning. I'm not gonna be great tomorrow, but I'm gonna try and keep a smile on my face. I'm gonna go grab this, put it in my builder, and then hopefully get back, and Dad will be ready for some more because this cotton is picking pretty fast and very well. So therefore, it is go, 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 go all day long.
Well, I sure do love it when this cotton is big and fluffy. It makes the picker do a real good job. I mean, it ain't leaving hardly anything out there. If I had to guess, I'd say maybe 0.5%. It's picking that cotton clean. But when you got cotton just hanging out of the locks, just barely hanging on, it's real easy for those spindles to snatch it up and put it in a basket. I mean, is there a prettier sight? I can't think of one.
It's now 2:19. It's taken about 2 hours for me to get everything moved over. Carter's on the bush hog. Dad's on that builder. I'm on the other one. But I'm finally eating. I love homeschool. That one is gonna be ready to pull off, but by the time we do that, Matt will be full. This is what happens when you have good yielding cotton. Man, if we get to the 100-acre field, we're screwed. We won't be able to keep up. There's just so much you can do. Now my automatic's not working because I'm on a hill. Well, it's like on a slope, so it's not gonna work. Family affair out here today. Oh, Glory flying? It's fine, go ahead.
gotten transition from the drill back over to the bush hog. I think that's the job he prefers the most. Alright, done with this field. Gonna have to move down here, down the road about 1.5 miles, go through the woods to get to the next one. And that's what's going to take a while. This farm is one of those types of farms that it's just a real pain in the butt to work. You can't be real efficient at it. Cut up, spread out. But you get it rented cheap enough that it's still profitable to work. As hard as land is to come by, you just can't turn down or turn loose a land like that as long as you can make a profit farming it. Although I will say it's a lot better than it was when I picked it up. That last field that we were in was made up of about 4 different fields when I agreed to rent this farm, and then we rented a track hole bulldozer that year. Got tree lines cleared out and made it one nice big field. But all this back here, there ain't much we can do about it. It's some of the most odd-shaped fields we got. Plus, you saw that long stretch of woods we had to drive through to get back here. You know, there's no way that a semi-truck or a module truck is going to get back here. So anything we produce back here has to be hauled out. But that's just the nature of the beast. As you can see, I mean, it's making some great cotton. You know, just looks really good out here. So it's profitable. Landlord's real easy to work with, real nice, does what he can to help. So we can't all farm nice, big, flat, wide open land. They just don't make that much of it.
Alright, so I'm back on this now because Nate didn't know where the field is and it's down a really crappy road. This is the farm that's kind of hidden and off in the back down a field road. It's not even a field road. It's just basically like just down here. Best way to describe it. So this is the awesome road that we have to go down, and because this is so tall, I'm having to navigate tree limbs. Also, there's an internet wire that is too low, and I'm gonna have to drive around it onto people's yards because I will take it out. So this should be fun. Always an adventure. Oh my. This is why. Rocks. Oh. Jeez. See how bad this baby. Oh. Oh goodness, 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 goodness. And yeah, my windows need cleaning. Oh man. Oh, missed that tree. Okay. Now the road.
Hey Carter, while waiting on Mom, why don't you come over here and help me clean out? Here's your rod. Start on the other end. I'll start on this one. Oh, clean all this trash out, clean all the moisture pads out. Otherwise, this stuff just keeps on accumulating. And let there be light. Ah, much better. Yeah, I know I'm full. Guy, you're the most guy, you got the most annoying sound for an alarm I've ever heard. Well, we should already be done with this farm. We're having to wait about 10-15 minutes on Kelly to get back here with a bowl buggy. Really hurting productivity. She can't help it though. When you got big yields, a long haul, that's kind of the nature of the beast. I do believe it's going to be a late supper tonight though, because I'm not bringing this picker back here. We ain't going home until this farm gets done. Shows we got about 7 more acres to go. Not a bad sunset tonight though.
Why is it doing one side again? Done today. 1, 2, 3. Working on number 4. Oh, we're all tired.
This farm pretty much, and it's only 3:43 p.m. according to my clock up here. Wonder what time zone it must be on. It sure ain't Central Standard Time. Come on, Carter, I know you're gonna go home, but I won't be dodging you. Now we just got like a couple more passes over here. Man, this farm, man, I knew this kind of crop was going to be good, but these poor farms here in Crockett County are surpassing my expectations. I mean, my monitor's showing 1,100 pounds, and if it wasn't for all the inrows and the tree lines, small fields over here, ain't no telling what that yield would have been. Because every time we got away from the inrows, I mean, it was you know, 1,300 to 1,800 pounds. This is going to almost do it for our small fields. We're going to move up into Madison County in the morning. We got some big wide open places there, so really anxious to see what that cotton is going to do. I might need to try and find a third tractor, the third module builder to keep up. Well, anyway guys, I'm going to head back up towards the front dump. We'll get these, we'll get the module builders, pulled off the modules, and we're gonna call it a day. I'll see you back here in the morning. Car getting the wings on the bush hog locked up. Taught them well. I know he's ready to go home. Coffee and ibuprofen, pretty much a requirement for mid-cotton harvest to get this old body going every morning. Seat belts. We finally got our mishaps fixed, got everything serviced, we got everything moved to the field except for the picker. It's now 11:30. I'm about an hour and a half behind where I was wanting to be, but that's the story of this farm. Always a day late and a dollar short. Got the tire man out here and couldn't find anything wrong with that tire back there. I thought it was a tubeless, but it actually had a tube in there, so best we can figure out is problem with the valve stem. Got the tube out, aired it up, couldn't find air coming out anywhere. So put a new valve stem in, put the tube back in, and don't hear any air leaking out. I guess all that air that we heard leaking out this morning was when it went completely flat and then we aired the tire up. It was air that was trapped around the trapped between the tube and the tire, and it was forcing it out. We're gonna head up here to Madison County, get started. I'll bring you back when I got something interesting to show you. Harvest action's in full swing here in West Tennessee. Oh, look at that, look at that. We got 110 acres. Some beautiful cotton, nice big fields. It's going to be an enjoyable 2.5 days here for us. And this farm right here is owned by one of my favorite landlords. This woman and her two other sisters all inherited this land from their daddy. And when I picked it up a few years ago, the farmer that was farming it, he quit growing cotton, I don't know, probably 10 years or so before he retired. And these ladies that own this farm, they actually live on the farm. And you know, one of their fondest memories is when their daddy was farming. You know, he grew cotton. They could look out here during the fall and see white. And you know, first year I had cotton on this farm, I mean, they were so excited because it'd been such a long time since cotton had been planted. And then this year, normally I break this farm up into 2 crops because of a pigweed problem in the back. I need to get cleaned up. I planted this whole farm into cotton this year. And I know the landowner really excited to see this. I mean, it's beautiful. Now this isn't the prettiest cotton I've ever grown. As I mentioned in another video, even though it's yielding, I mean, fantastic, you know, it doesn't look as pretty because those topmost bolls were a little immature, plus the cool weather happened, and when we defoliated, and those top bolls did not really fluff out. They're there, and a lot of the cotton's there, but it's just not fluffed out and hanging out, which is what you really need to, I mean, really make cotton look fantastic. I mean, as you can tell, I mean, there's a lot of white, but you kind of see a little bit brownish tinge kind of just across the top. That's those top bolls that are knotty, and we're able to pick them, but you know, they're just not, it's not just hanging out for everybody to see. And the reason this lady and her sisters are some of my favorite landlords, because the lady's husband was actually one of my agriculture teachers when I was in high school, and he ran the FFA and had a real great relationship with his family for quite a few years. And they're some of the most appreciative landlords I got for, you know, how hard we work on their farm, trying to make their farm better and make them as much income as we possibly can. Not to say anything bad about any of my other landlords. I've got some really fantastic landowners, but because of my relationship for years with his family, probably do more communicating, and I'm more involved with them than some of my other landlords. Well, so much for a good day. Apparently module builder number 1 has developed a case of the leaks.